welcome to the first episode of our countdown to the Poco X3 Pro launch. Today we are here to talk about performance.
Performance? What is performance? The dictionary says it is the action or process of performing a task or function. But when it comes to phones, we normally associate performance with zero lag, lesser load times, playing that awesome game at max settings.
Well, that's why a lot of phones promise performance but are hardly able to deliver. See, the main epitome of performance probably comes in gaming, and all the new age high-end games need high-end, almost flagship-like performance to be able to run properly.
That's why you spend a lot more to have that level of gaming experience.
But 90% of the phone sales in India are actually below $300.
Yes, but they all either have mid-range or worse performance.
That is true. At Poco, we changed all of this when we launched the Poco F1 back in 2018. Now, the Poco F1 came with a flagship Snapdragon 845. That set a new benchmark at the price-performance ratio for the entire industry. 30 months in, and not a single phone has been able to come even close to that price-performance ratio. Well, at Poco, we believe that only a Poco can beat a Poco. And that's why we are bringing in the Poco X3 Pro, #ProPerformance. Well, with Qualcomm's Snapdragon 860, the X3 Pro becomes the first phone to be able to beat Poco F1 at the price-performance ratio. When you compare it with other phones in its price class, it is giving you almost 50% more than anything else out there. X3 Pro sets a new standard for gaming in its price class, with a GPU so powerful that nothing even comes close to matching what it can do. And it's built on a 7nm process, which basically means better battery life and better thermals while you're playing all your games at max settings. And of course, no lag.
Sounds good in theory, but what about the real world?
Let's get into some action. Let's see some real-world gaming performance and see how much you can push the X3 Pro. As you can see, on the Poco X3 Pro, you are able to max out graphics for all parameters. While they love gaming on the X3 Pro, let's give them two competition devices. As you can clearly see, none of these phones are able to come anywhere close to the graphics performance of the X3 Pro. Now let's check out a couple of other games, specifically my favorite game, which runs flawlessly at 120 frames per second. And why that's important? Because you know the X3 Pro also comes with a 120Hz refresh rate, and that matches perfectly with each other.
But there are other phones with 120Hz out there too.
But do they really have the performance to hit 120 frames per second?
Fine, it can game. What about app performance and multitasking?
Let's talk about that in the next episode. Stay tuned.